So these are the 8 parent functions. So the first one I have shown is the absolute value parent function, which is f times x is equal to x of absolute value. Second one I have is the constant parent function, which is f of x is equal to 2. Third one I have is the linear parent function, which is f times x equals x. The third one I have is the quadratic parent function, which is f times x is equal to x squared. So to know the difference between a parent function and a modified function is to check where the line passes through on the function. So for example, the linear parent function has a slope of 1 over 1, so it stays like that. These are the next 4 functions, and the first one I have is the square root function, which is f of x is equal to the square root of x. The next function I have is the reciprocal parent function, which is f times x equals 1 over x. Third one I have is the cube parent function, which is f times x is equal to x cubed. Quadratic parent function with a horizontal reflection, vertical stretch of 4, translation up 3, translation left 5. So the quadratic parent function is f times x equals x to the power of 2. So since it has a vertical stretch of 4, you're going to want to put negative 4 instead of positive 4, because negative 4 means it's stretched instead of shrunk. So now since it moved to the left 5, you're going to want to put a 5 in the parentheses, subtracting from the x, and a positive 3 outside the parentheses to represent the parent function moving up. Using the average line of best fit, what is the exact levels of happiness of someone for having an income of $18,500? So to do this, you take the formula from the well-being and the median income graph and plug in $18,500 into the x. From there you just solve. I felt like I learned the best when I was talking to my row, and I felt like talking about what I learned helped me remember it a lot better than just leaving the class without talking to people about it. I feel like my biggest problem was just not paying attention to the exact locations of the parent functions and their slopes.